Well, good afternoon from the heat here in good old Central Washington, the Palm Springs of Washington. Yeah, right. Anyway, little shop update today. Trying to work on pointing and box tools for the turret lathes. These are ones that I started a while back, and I'm going to try and get the guide plates built today, which I've already got the stock cut out for. The guide plate is the part that fits right on top here. Got a interchangeable bushing for different sizes, guides it to point it, and all it is a little plate's going to sit down in this little slot right down here. We'll put it down there. It's got a extends on out to cover that area. Got a circular boss cut and then a hole reamed in it for the guide bushings. So I got 3 of those to finish up, so I'm going to work on those today. Now, I had a question here, and I don't know if it came in through the channel, if it was through the website, or somebody just emailed me about it, but they wondered what had happened to Downriver Tools, which is where I've gotten most of these plans for from the turret lathe, and then I've adapted them to my turret lathes. Their shank diameters are different, so I scaled them a little bit to better suit my needs. But somebody asked what had happened to them, and I honestly don't know. They had their website up, and it's been down for quite some time now, so I don't know what the situation is there. That's really unfortunate, because that was he put out some nice little plans. And before anybody asks, I'm sorry, no, I won't send them out. They're not mine to be dispersing. So yeah, you know, if anybody's got any information, let us know down in the comments below, because I haven't seen or heard hide nor hair for quite a while. You know, I had their website bookmarked, and it's gone now, and you do a Google search and nothing comes up. Now, I haven't checked it in the last few days, but the last time I checked, why, it was still gone. So something's happened there. I don't know what. But anyway, that's what's happening there. So my little box for my tooling here for my rotary table. Let me bring this down just a little bit. Got everything pretty well situated. I've still got to put a chain on the top and put latches on it. I haven't got handles on the end because I've got a nifty little idea for that. But all in all, I'll fill in all the holes and everything. We'll just paint it once I get handles and stuff on. But there's everything that I have right now for the rotary table. So that's tucked away and ready to use. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that one's done. We have the first of, and this is already loaded onto the website, our support bars. Let me move this back up again. This is the first one that I've got finished, and it's already loaded on the website. Overarm support bars for the Atlas milling machine. And I'm still tweaking the pattern, tweaking the machining on them. There's always room for improvements. Now, these are in aluminum. The originals were cast iron. We'll see if at some point I do some in cast iron. Like I say, this is the first one that I finished for sale, and yeah, not perfect, but it's a fully functional overarm support. So that's a less expensive alternative than the 600 and whatever it was dollars we looked at the other day on Fleabay that they wanted. Another thing, let's see, what else am I doing today? Finished up cutting down the flasks for the gearbox for the Steve's Chastain sand molar. So it'll be a few days before I cast that. I've got to come up with a bigger pot, and that's already in process. I'll get some hate mail over that, because it's going to be a steel pot. You know, I don't see any other way that I can get the capacity that I need to fill that for these 2 pours that I need. So good, bad, otherwise, that's what I'm using. When we start cutting that down, I'll actually show what I've got for material. And not ideal, but it's what I found at my local metal supplier that has their scrap stuff. I've talked about getting out there and scrounging through their surplus stuff, and you pay for it by the pound, and it was a pretty good deal. So I'll show that when we get that far. So that'll be coming up. I'm not in a big hurry. Next week or 2 probably, while I'll make another attempt at casting one of those. But otherwise, I've gotten most of the other parts to start assembling that. I've got the motor sitting here for it. I've had a motor sitting here that I was going to use on a different application, but we're going to use it on the sand mower. Single phase, which I would have rather had a 3-phase motor for it, but this is what I've got here, and it's a good 5-horse motor, so we're going to use it on the sand mower project. So we've got that going on. Got sand retempered and everything. I'm probably going to try and ram up a couple of moles this afternoon, although it's about 90 some degrees, I think, here. So that may not happen until in the morning. But we're working on that. Like I say, I am going to work on these tool holders here for the turret lathe here in just a bit, because I want to get them blued up and off my bench and put away so that I'm not stumbling over them for right now. What else do we got? Got a couple new products I'm developing, one in particular that I'm working pretty hard, and I'm not really ready to share that one yet. And I want to talk about the direction of this channel, which is kind of related and kind of not. But anyway, I'm going to be working on it. Hopefully within the next week or so, we'll see the first prototypes of that rolling off. It's one I'm pretty excited about. I've been working on it for a long time and kind of behind the scenes. One thing I do see that I'm not sure there's a real understanding of, and it has to do with our little flea bay thing, and and it's kind of funny. I think I've actually lost quite a few subscribers over my little Making Atlas Affordable Again series. I've noticed quite a dip in, I'm still picking up those new subscribers, but I'm seeing quite a few unsubscriptions, and that's the only thing that's really going on that really explains it to me. So while that's unfortunate, I understand that, and I kind of feel like if we can make them affordable, we're better off in the long run. So to those that are no longer here with me, that's unfortunate, but I guess it's too bad, and that comes down to the way I do the channel. But before I get to that, I was looking through stuff today again, and pretty much every day I've got my list of things that I look for on the auction site. And as I was going through, I see somebody's machining it must be a CNC'd out aluminum housing for the power feed on the Atlas Shaper, and that feed cover that most people's feed covers are broken. It's a machined aluminum one, comes with the bushing in the center of it, and to me it's kind of expensive anyway. I think we've got a better alternative in the works here maybe, but the thing that struck me, and I think I see it a lot, and I saw it on somebody that had just privately sent me some pictures of some work they did, I believe it was, on these bronze bushings. Now, if you put an oil light bronze bushing in, which is what is supposed to go back in these, they're porous and they're impregnated with oil. So they don't need a hole drilled through them. If you drill a hole all the way through, you're kind of defeating the purpose, because you are lubricating a shaft that's rotating on it for the moment, but it's not allowing that bearing to remain oil soaked and release at a somewhat controlled rate. So I'm seeing these guys are taking and they're drilling those all the way through, and they're complaining because they're complaining about the guys that, well, yeah, I bought this part and it wasn't, the oil hole wasn't even drilled through. It wasn't supposed to be drilled through. Atlas did not drill them through on the low speed, we'll call it operation, or light load, like on the power feeds, on the especially on the Shaper, that there's an oil hole on that cover, but it's not drilled all the way through. You oil that oil hole, it soaks down through the oil light bushing, and then it releases that oil onto the shaft. Now, if you're concerned about that and you want to drill those out, that's entirely up to you. If I were supplying that part, it would not be drilled all the way through. So that's my take on it. People are going to argue over it. That's fine. But I believe that's the correct way of doing it. Every one that I've seen that Atlas has done, or every one that I've seen over the years, even with the chance that part of them have been changed out, I've not seen any of them that are drilled through, unless somebody's just said, well, yeah, I drilled that through because they didn't have an oil hole. So anyway, that's my take there. Now, the other thing about the channel, and I appreciate all the subscribers, I appreciate the comments in the comment section below. And I've kind of gone over this before. I like those comments, and I like to respond to them if I can. I'm sure I miss some of them, but I do appreciate the comments that come in. And on the channel, I'm promoting me for one thing. I'm promoting me in the products that I produce and the products that I sell, and this is my forum, so to speak. I spend very little time anymore on the Atlas lists, which I'm still subscribed to. I very, very rarely will offer any kind of a comment, and I'm not there that often anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But on those forums or on those venues, people go off in whatever direction they want. And to be perfectly honest, there's a couple of people on there that are just real assholes. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. That's a personal thing of mine and isn't really relevant. But people will get off and, no, I wouldn't do it this way. I'd do it this way, and you have to do it this way. And this is the product you need, and this product is better than the other. I've gotten away from that on this channel. So, and just recently, I had somebody privately send me some pictures of some products that they were building, and they built for their machine. I'm not sure if they were offering it for sale or not, but the work was very, very good, and I appreciate seeing that stuff. And if I'm so inclined, I'm going to mention those. So if somebody's got something they think I want, feel free to email it to me. You know, you can reach me through the website, or you can email me directly. The email's dan@hillsgun.com. I've been very open about that. Those pretty much always get to me. And I appreciate seeing those, and if it's something I'm interested in, that's fine. If it's not, it may be something that I want to pass along to any of the other subscribers that I've got. It may not be. If somebody's promoting a product that I have not used or do not like, I'm not going to promote it on the channel. And if you are promoting something that you've built and want to sell, more power to you. I mean, everybody should be able to do their thing, and that's what makes the world go around. But mine is not the forum for you to be doing it on. I will very quickly pull those comments off of there. You know, we had a thing a while back where somebody was adding some links onto stuff, and it immediately shifted to the spam folder or the for review folder. And I went back and explained then that since they had external links on them, why they were flagged, and I probably wouldn't put those on through. The same holds true if somebody comes back on and they're promoting a specific product or, you know, a certain item that they think is better or something. If I have no personal knowledge, it's probably not going to make it through if I'm reviewing it. If and I may very well pull the comments, and I have done that on a couple here just recently. So it's nothing personal against you. You know, I think if you've got something that you're proud of and want to put out there and want to sell or want to manufacture and sell, that's more power to you. I suggest you go and you start your YouTube channel if you don't already have one and promote your product. But like I say, mine's not the forum to do that. So I hope I've expressed that in a manner that everybody can understand. You know, this is, we've talked about it here, and if I allow somebody to put this on, pretty soon somebody's going to come back and say, well, why'd you take mine off? This was still on there or something. So just straight across the board, I'm not promoting anybody else's products, or I'm not going to allow them to promote their products across my forum. You know, I'm more than happy to work with somebody if I can, but I'm pretty picky about that too. I just turned down one here recently that would have been probably fairly lucrative, and I probably should have just sold myself out and done that, but that's not what I wanted to do. So like I say, that's kind of my status on it. I've stayed away from especially the Atlas forums just because of that, all the rhetoric that goes on there and people pushing this or that or doing things this way or that way. For the most part, I don't tell anybody that you have to do something this way. I offer the way that I do it, and you can make your own decisions. You're all adults here, and you can decide if my way is a good way or my way is a bad way, and you know, that's fine. But the reality is, at the end of the day, this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship here on this channel, and we make decisions based on what our values are and what our beliefs are. So I hope everybody can accept that. I hope you stay around and watch what happens in the future. And you know, that's pretty much all I got. So I'm going to go back to actually doing some work today and see if I can't get some parts built. And comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments section for me below. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and I haven't offended you to this point, I'd appreciate it if you did. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch, guys.